Hey, 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 here comes Fat Albert. He's gonna eat everything you put on his plate, believe you me. Oh dang, and his buddy Mushmouth, he must be drunk, 'cause he can't say a damn word without slurring. He's all drunk on that gin and juice, and looking at that girl's caboose. Should've known these people were narrated by Bill Cosby, that drink-spiking rapist racist. I remember back in the day when we used to listen to Bill Cosby on record. That's how old I am. He would have his whole comedy act put on a record, and my grandma would spin the record, and we'd listen to Bill Cosby. That's how old I am. Way before internet and TV just got color. That's how old I am. I remember a world without cell phones, without computers, without anything, and you had a phone connected to the wall with a little tiny curly cord. That's how old I am. I remember my grandpa used to ride a dinosaur to work, and they would beat their feet really fast to make the cars go. I remember when rap first got invented. That's how old I am. Remember Run DMC, Heavy D and the Boys, and a bunch of other guys with Flash, the Flash. That's how old I am. I saw the changing of the world, the changing of the guard, the switching of the switcher, brew the old shell game. That's how old I am. And then the internet came out, and there's America Island, and you had to dial up and use a modem just to get online, and there was nothing to do when you got online except go to a chat room and talk to each other. That's how old I am. There's only 3 websites: Yahoo, Google, and MSN. Ask Jeeves. That's how old I am. I remember the most entertaining thing to watch was a VCR tape or maybe a Viewmaster. That's how old I am. We actually had to go outside and play and pretend that we were the heroes from our favorite TV and movies. That's how old I am. And everybody wanted to be Indiana Jones or Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, 'cause that's the only movies that were out, and let's see, we're in black and white. That's how old I am. I remember the biggest fear was when Russia was going to attack from Cuba. That's how old I am. Yeah, I lived through the Cold War, that's right, and we were doing nuclear drills in school just in case we got it blown up. And my teacher was upset that I wasn't getting under the desk, and I said if a nuclear bomb went off, I don't think I just would save my ass. She said just get under your desk so you can die underneath the desk with the rest of the kids. That's how old I am. And now we're not afraid of the Russians anymore. We're afraid of the aliens and the lizard people and Illuminati and all sorts of their weird shit that was never invented before yesterday. That's how old I am. So my advice to all y'all is to not freak out, 'cause tomorrow it'll be something else that everyone's freaking out over. That's how old I am. Maybe we should just dig in caves like the Fraggles did in Fraggle, rock and have doozers build us candy cane sugar towers that we can eat, and have to worry about an old man and a dog catching us as we try to run out of our cave. That's how old I am. Searching for good old Uncle Matt, who was a world adventurer and world traveler and lived among the human world. Yep, I used to watch Fraggle. Rock, that's how old I am. How old are you? Oh yeah, born yesterday. That's okay, you have a long life to live to see a bunch of bullshit happen, and then you'll be saying back in my day the internet was brand new. That's how old you'll be. said, all right with pay. They said, yep. I said, all right. Well, thank you, Mr. Bin Laden. Giving me a day off would pay. My heart goes out to all the people that have lost their lives in a horrible terrorist attack. But believe me, I have nothing to do with it. That's how old I am. Because I have good common sense, not to get involved with stupid bullshit. That's how old I am. And if you are fortunate enough to reach a great old advanced age like me, then you can tell the kids of tomorrow about all the stuff that you've seen and how old you are.